Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kids TV in the house like kitchen sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit that post notification so anytime I bring you this action, this heat and this action, you're amongst the first to receive it. Now, with no further ado, let's get into this afternoon's video, if you will. You know, so oftentimes I see young guys, man, and some of them I attempt to talk to, you know, the ones that want to listen and want that guidance and want that help. I just see guys going down the wrong road. You know, some of the guys that I talk to, they've never been to prison. Some of them have been to prison. And luckily, they've been given a second opportunity to be out here in society to, you know, be a productive citizen and make something of themselves, you know, opposed to just going in and out of prison. And I tell them that, you know, while you out, do some things, man. Do some things that are gonna be beneficial to you, to your children, because most people have kids, and if they don't, pretty much they're coming in most cases, you know what I mean? So do the things that are gonna be beneficial to you. Go to school. If you don't want to go to college, cool. Get you some form of a trade. I don't care if it's, you know, welding, plumbing, HVAC. You know, learn how to use your hands, carpentry. Because you can never go wrong with learning those things that I just mentioned. You know, if you have to go to barber school, do something. Just get you a trade. That way, no matter what happens in life, you'll forever be able to do those things. No one can ever take that away from you. Get you a trade. You know, learn about credit. Learn how to establish credit. And you can work on those things kind of simultaneously, you know, as you're getting yourself together. You know, and it's not exclusively for young guys. Really, it's for anybody that'll listen. Anybody that's looking to you know, get their life together, you know, go in a positive direction. Because I'm gonna tell you, you know, it's cool when people send home pictures. They got their diploma, they got their GED, and when I say send home pictures, I'm speaking as far as being in prison. You know, they got their you know, carpentry diploma, things of that nature. You're talking right, you're talking positive, but you got a 25-year sentence, and you have to do 85% of that 25 years before you come home. Now, don't get me wrong, it's never too late. It's never too late. Now, when I say it's never too late, I mean it's never too late to get better as a person, to better yourself. But those things that you're doing in prison, you could be doing those exact same things out here. Because let me tell you something, fellas. If you think that your baby's mama's going to ride with you for 25 years and you got to do 85% of that, you're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken. And you can't blame them. You know, she's 25, 26 years old, and you know, you're going to be gone for the next 20 years out of her life. How can you blame her for going on? You in prison and phone calls. People are accepting initially while you're in the county jail. Maybe about the first year or so when you're in prison, that's going to stop. And visits, they going to stop. Because for one, once you get moved from the county, ain't no telling where you'll be sent at. Especially if you're in the feds. If you're in the feds, there's no telling where you're going to be at. So the visits are going to stop, or they're going to drastically slow down. The letters, the JPays, all the communication devices that they got now, designed to take all your money while you're in prison and your people's money, all that slows down. The money slows down. People start to pass away. People get sick. Life goes on. It's just that you're not there. You in prison. So before you pick that gun up, before you pick that pack up, that bag up, before you decide to do anything that you may be thinking about doing right now, Think about being locked in a cage, man. Being told what to do. People talking crazy to you. 21, 22-year-olds. You know, people lying on you. Violence every day. Violence all around you. People getting beat up, stomped out, stabbed. Some cases killed. Some cases, you know, sexually assaulted. All these different things happen in prison. And when you're locked up in prison, you think back and it's like, wow. You know, I'm going to share a brief story. Here, when you go to prison, your first stop is at the LaGrange, the Rotary Farm. That's what they call it. Fish tank. It's all the same. It's just different names for it. The young dude, man, ran around rapping all day, beating on the table, making beats. He could float. He was cold with it. He was cold with it. So, he was running around as though he didn't have a care in the world. I just, you know, you don't ask anybody how much time they got, but I just figured, you know, he probably done got caught up on some, you know, something small. He'll be back out the way he was acting. So one night, I hear a noise when I'm sleeping. It's like a, you know, that noise people make, like a crying noise. I look around and I'm like, this noise coming. I see the little youngster, man. I'm like, what's up, youngster? What's the problem, man? What's going on with you? He's crying so he's trying to be quiet because it's late at night, but he's trying to, you know, he don't want to be embarrassed and he's trying to hold his composure. But he's like, call me OG. And I wasn't even really that old at the time, but I was older than him. You know what I mean? It's like, OG, I ain't never going home, man. I ain't gonna see my kids. I ain't gonna see my baby's mama. My granny's sick. You know, I'm calling, ain't nobody answering the phone. The letters are slowed down. Everything that I just said. I said, well, how much time you got, bro? Oh, gee, I got 35 years. And it hit him. See, we can all, when you're in prison, man, you can wear that fake smile. You know, you can act like nothing's bothering you, but when you lay down at night and you thinking about all the things that's going on the streets, the free world, all the people that you let down, all the people that you disappointed by placing yourself in a situation where you're no longer in their life, it's a heavy burden and it hits you sometimes. And he just couldn't take it anymore and he broke down crying. True story. And this was, I want to say it's about 16 years ago. So unless he got a appeal or something like that, he's still in. Now, luckily, he's in the state of Kentucky to where if you got 85%, you still go up for parole after doing 20. So I say within the next, 4 or 5 years, he has an opportunity to go up for parole. Hopefully he'll get out and he's bettered himself and he'll have another opportunity at life. But just understand this, people. When that judge says 50 years, don't bother him whatsoever. He's going to hit the gavel, you know what I mean, tell you good luck, and move on to the next case. And he's going to go home and sleep well and play with his kids if he has kids or grandkids and eat dinner with his wife and as though it never happened. You got beef with somebody, man, you think about, taking them off the face of this earth. Man, it's not that serious, man. It's not that serious. You want to kill dude because he's hot at your baby's mama. But you a player. You a player until somebody's hollering at your baby's mama. You want to kill somebody because they owe you a couple of dollars. You want to kill somebody because they looked at you crazy. Or they on the wrong side of the, in your neighborhood, on your set. Half y'all don't even really got sets for real. Just keeping it real. You want to kill somebody for the slightest thing. So you putting your entire life in jeopardy over what? You got the bag. You want to have this type of drug. You want to have, man, there's certain things, man, fentanyl, they're not playing with people. They're not playing with you. And then the feds step in, it's a totally different ball game. Now you talking about natural life, like life. No coming home life. So look at your children, look at your mother, look at your girl, wife, whatever she may be to you, and ask yourself, is it worth it? What I'm about to do right now, is it worth it? Is it worth me possibly never seeing these people ever again? And if I do see them, it'll be behind a glass. Definitely while I'm in the county, it'll be behind a glass. I'll be in a khaki uniform or a prison uniform, whichever, they wear khakis in Kentucky depending on where you at. Ask yourself, is it worth it? I know times get hard. I know you see people on social media. I know you see people out here doing it big. Every time the new J's drop, they got them. You make $12, $13 an hour at your job. You can't go get the $400 pair of J's. But guess what? You stay the course, keep doing what you're doing. Stand on a positive road. Come up with a plan. Like I said, go to school, trade school, barber school, whatever. Start you a business. Get you a job that's a career job. I don't care if it's being a firefighter. I don't care if it's something that's going to give you an actual career. You'll get there. You'll get there. But you got to want it. You got to want it. You got to keep good people around. You don't want people that's, old saying, man, you hang around the barbershop long enough, guess what? You eventually get a haircut. So if you're hanging around people that's not doing the right thing, man, you need to learn to cut them off, man. You don't need yes people around. You need no people. You need somebody who's going to tell you, hey, bro, chill out, man. You shouldn't do that. Nah, let's not do this. Let's go in this direction. You want to do your music? Do your music. Remain independent. Get yourself hot. When I say get yourself hot, meaning start from the bottom, man. Do all your own groundwork. Don't just do music. Learn how to write music. Learn how to produce music. If that's your goal, if that's your desire, if that's your passion, then do it. But don't just rap. Learn how to make music. And learn how to play music for real. Piano, guitar. Dr. Dre knows how to do all of that. If you're going to do it, do it. Don't just think about where you're going to be in 2 years. Think about 5 years from now. But if I continue doing this 10 years from now, look where I can be. You can't rap forever. 15 years from now, look where I can be. If you're going to do it, whatever your passion is, just do it. But you can't walk both sides of the fence. You see what I'm saying? You can't still be out here in the streets, but yet, you know what I mean? Still trying to rap. Got beef. Dudes trying to shoot up your shows. Nah, that's not what you want, man. It's definitely not what you want. So establish you a plan. Be smarter than everybody else. And going to prison, man, there's nothing smart and there's nothing cool about prison. I know people send home the flicks, the pictures, and they all, in there like it's a cool place to be. And, man, you can get swole out here on the streets. You could educate your mind out here on the streets. What you got to go to prison for? Be around a bunch of dudes all day long. And you got this beautiful young lady and these beautiful kids right here that are dependent on you, that are looking at you every day like, this is my daddy, as far as the kids. And that's all that matters. It don't matter what anybody else thinks of it. Think about that. Before you decide to do what you may be thinking about doing, hopefully this message reaches you. And you think about, man, I don't even know, dude, but Real Ken said this. You can mess your whole life up, man. One slip up. Slip-ups count. Slippers count. One felony. Mess your whole life up. Can't vote. Most people ain't worried about voting anyway, but still, once you get older, and you should be worried about voting, because that's how, change comes about. Getting the right people in office. So you can't vote. You can never carry a firearm. You can never carry any weapon that's considered deadly. So what does that mean? You can't protect your family. If an intruder busts in your house, kicks the door in, and you got your kids in the house, what can you do? You better be able to fight. And he gonna have a weapon. So you can't legally protect yourself. You can't get a whole lot of jobs. Certain jobs, you know, construction, things like that, they'll probably hire you. But I'm saying, well, they'll definitely hire you. But I'm saying, like, office jobs, things like that, you can't get those type of jobs. Heck, you can't even get an apartment in your name. Unless you're going to, you know, some apartments will, but most nicer apartments, you can't even get an apartment in your name. There's a whole lot of things that you can't do once you get that felony. Understand that. You can't get life insurance while you're on probation and parole. To protect your kids, just in case something, you know, happens to you. Understand these things. And if you already have that felony, it just is what it is, and you just try to do the best that you can do. You know, don't sit around and make excuses about everything. You know, maybe after a certain amount of time you get a pardon, get your lawyer, maybe you can get your record expunged, but never stop trying. And don't give yourself to them streets, man. At penitentiary, it ain't no joke. No joke. Real Kens TV, man. And I need you all to share this video. I need you all to share it because I need as many young people and as many people, period, to see this. You never know who you helping. You never know a simple video could actually talk somebody off the ledge. It takes a couple seconds. Just share the video for me. Could you do it for Real Kens? In the words of Fleece Johnson, could you do that for me? Could you do that? Hopefully you liked the video, man. Feel free to comment. Like I said, definitely share it for me. That post notification. So anytime I bring you this heat and this action, you know what I mean? You're amongst the first to receive it. Oh, and how can I forget? Got to subscribe to the channel. Got to subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? If you're not already subscribed. Real Kens TV, man. We signing out.